Okay. Yeah. The first thing what you do is you go to this website onlinegdb.com. When you're on this website, this is a screen that you get. We have a C program in front of us in this black screen. On the right hand side, we'll select language Java. So we get to see our program. Now, you don't go for the option new file. I repeat, don't select the option new file. Don't
Yes,
go
sir.
for save. Don't do that. There are limitations in that regard. You know, you can do all that in a paid version when you pay for it, but there's no need for you to pay for it. You have this main.java program. So you know this website gives you one program pre-written. The name of the program is main.java. The name of the class is main, and the name of the function is main. Okay, we can't change the name of the program. We should not change the name of the class. If I change the name of the class, I'll get error. Okay, just see if I
So,
change the name of the class as my uh, uh, program one, name of the class. Okay, and I run it. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm getting an error.
that is the same thing that I was doing the earlier time, first time. But then you said you're not supposed to do that.
Do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. We write main, class name main, file name main, class name main, and every Java program, every Java class should have a function called main. So you're not going to change this function also. Okay, if I change this function to my function, okay, then and if you run it, then also you're going to get some error. Okay, you get excuse me, you don't get an error, but it is not working. It is not showing us hello world.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to do, because I've changed the name of the function. You know what? Why is it not giving me any output? Because it is looking for main function. It is looking for main function. It is looking to execute main function, and it is not able to find main function. So it is giving me this empty output, no output at all. So you change this to main function. Do not means these three things you don't change. Rest within these curly braces. You remove the lines. You put your own lines. Whatever you know. As we go further, on occasions, I'll be showing you. You know, I'll be demonstrating in this also. You know, once in a while when we do a new program, we'll do it in this also for your sake and for others' sake also. So you remove this line, what is written over there, and you put your own line, println. Now currently we are just till that stage, and you write down like your program on to write your full name. Okay, and simply click on run to get the output. So we got the output. I'll just share with you. We have the output done with one program. Then you remove this line and type all the other lines whatsoever you want, the next program, the third one and the fourth one after the other. Okay, this is what you're supposed to do. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I would like to see your homework. Either you know, you take the Acha, now how will you share the homework? Once you type your program, you can even copy paste it in your notepad file, and in that file you can go on giving, you know, number like program 1, program 2, program 3, so on.
Yeah, I'm doing that only, sir. So, right now to share, to show you the homework, shall I share screen?
Oh, yeah, I'll just share you. What you're supposed to do is, what you can do is, this thing what you see on the screen, okay, you can take the picture of it, the program at the top and the output below. But yeah, you get to see that. You have the program at the top and below that you have the output. Take the image and send it to me on WhatsApp.
I need to click the photo. Yeah, wait, I'll just do
Yeah,
that.
that is what you're supposed to do. That is how you're going to share with me your program and the homework.
बोलो.
Sir, I have sent you.
So,
Yeah, just a moment.
no, sir, I just wanted to say I can't find the file in the notepad in which I had saved the second one. That's second one. I can only see the first one. I'll share the I have done it again on I'm doing it again on the.
Yeah, you take your time.
Give me a minute.
Take your time and send it to Riddhi. I'm waiting for महक को लिंक भेज दो तो महक को लिंक और पासवर्ड.
Sir, I sent you on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, wait. Riddhi, I will tell you your corrections. Riddhi, can you hear me? Riddhi, your corrections. Please switch on your
Yes, sir.
Riddhi. After
Yes, sir.
the name colon, after every colon symbol, I suggest a space after it. Gargi, please wait. Gargi, I'm speaking to Riddhi. Gargi, wait. Have you got me, Riddhi? That is just for presentation purpose.
Yes, sir.
Every colon symbol, after the a space would be recommended for presentation. Okay. Subject Java, the spelling is Java.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
The same in the second problem also. Colon recommended for presentation. Just for presentation. Okay, second program also okay. Yeah, done.
Okay.
Gargi, come in. Gargi, come in. Unmute yourself, Gargi, and you can
Yes.
communicate with me, Gargi.
So,
Yeah,
I shared you the photo.
yeah, just a moment. Gargi, your surname S capital, small correction. Gargi Salvi, surname S should be in capital, small correction. Okay, that is for presentation purpose only. Rest okay. Gargi, first to save time, okay. Entire class. So I hope I made myself clear. I want to receive your homework and check it before 6:55 or maximum 7 p.m. We should not go into 7. Okay, help me out next time. Next, anybody else? Adhika, yeah.
Yes, sir.
We go ahead with the concepts today. Shrutika, have you done your homework? Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll start with the concepts today. Pardon? One minute. Huh? Who? One second. Shrutika, you are able to send message to everyone or myself only, Shrutika? Please check, Shrutika. Hello, Shrutika. Please unmute yourself and reply. Quick. No, I should change that setting should be from my side, like, I'll just check the setting. So check for it. Everyone public keyboard. Okay, post public keyboard. Okay, I've changed the setting from my side. Yeah, guys, good evening. We'll get started. On my screen, you see the chapter 1, unit 2. Huh? You see just in your notes in the textbook. Guys, tell me whether you have the textbook copy or not, please. Who doesn't have the copy, send me the message in the chat box. Quickly, please. Those of you who do not have the textbook, the physical copy, let me know about that. Okay, Mahek, you don't have it. Okay. Gargi, you too. Okay. What about you, Riddhi? Riddhi, come in.
Gargi only gave me. But it's like, it's not the same like what we had preferred from the school.
It is
The syllabus is the same.
syllabus is the same, but you share me the image of the first page of the book, so on WhatsApp, so I am so that I'm aware what book are you using. Now for this sake, what I am doing is I scan the pages and I'm going to share it with you, because of the situation you are also not getting the textbook from the book stalls, so you should get heads up. And for that purpose, please mute somebody who's mute. There's disturbance, so that's why I'm scanning this and sharing this, so your study is not going to be delayed or interrupted. So we have this chapter. This is chapter 1, unit 2, the second part of chapter 1, introduction to Java. I thought we have done some pages from this chapter. This is the first page of this chapter, and a bit of theory we do side by side. The theories are often boring, so if you do a little bit of theory every session, that will make things cool for us. I hope you are able to see this screen. The font is big enough. Don't open it, or don't open this file on your computer. You can see it on my screen, and later for revision you can open it. Java is an object-oriented programming language. Yes, friends, Java has a technique of programming called as object-oriented programming. The short form for that is OOP, Object-Oriented Programming. This is a very powerful technique of programming which is available in C++ and also in Java. We will not go into the detail what is object-oriented programming at this stage. At some later stage, I will teach it to you. It was developed primarily by James Gosling and his colleagues at Sun Microsystems. That's a company which has given us this software. The language was initially called Oak. When I said the Sun Microsystems is a company which has given us this software, I'm referring to the Java translator and I'm not referring to BlueJ. BlueJ is a translator for Java language given to us by some other company. The language was initially called Oak, named after the oak trees outside Gosling's office. In 1991, the Microsystems, Sun Microsystems, Broomfield, Colorado, USA, that's where the company is, developed a complete language as a part of the research work to develop software for consumer electronics. That means, they came out with a language in order to make programs which can be put inside uh, electronic devices. That could be an air condition, that could be a washing machine, that could be a television set. Yes, there are programs in these electronic devices, and these programs were originally written in Java programming language. So Java was developed keeping these kind of electronic devices in mind. It's called as embedded technology. Embedded, putting these programs inside these electronic devices. It was developed as a full-fledged programming language in which one can accomplish the same sort of tasks and solve similar problems that one can do in other programming languages such as BASIC, C++, etc. Guys, I would like to share you, my first language that I learned in 1990s, 1989, 1990 was BASIC programming language. So this was a very simple language. I did a lot of work on this language. Okay, there are lots of other languages. So many a times, things that you can do in these languages like BASIC, C++, you can also do in Java. Besides just being familiar with these names, nothing else we need to bother about these languages. The platform's independence is one of the most significant advantage that Java has over other languages. Now, what do we mean by platform independence? This would be a bit technical, please concentrate. On my computer, I have Windows operating system, okay? I have Windows operating system on my computer, Windows on my system, and I make Java programs. I'm a programmer. The computer that I have, it has Windows, and I make Java programs. Now, I make Java program for a client of mine who is in America or in some other part of the world using a different computer. It could be a Macintosh computer, an Apple Macintosh, Mac computer. So the operating system on that machine, that computer is different, the operating system on that machine is different. My client is not using Windows, he's using another operating system. I'll just do a bit of typing in Notepad so that these terms are a bit clearer with you. So myself, I'm using a computer, Lenovo computer. Okay, the operating system, that's my hardware. The operating system that I'm using is Windows. And I'm making programs in Java program for a client of mine. Okay, the source program, the program I'm writing in Java language is the source program. Now my client for whom I'm making this program is using a different computer, is using an Apple computer, also called as a Macintosh, Mac. That's his hardware. And the operating system he's using is a Mac OS, is the operating system. And he'll be running the object program. He'll be running the Java object program on his machine. Let me tell you, he can very well use the Java object program. He can execute it, he can run it and do his things on his computer without any problem. And that is what is the meaning of being platform independent. That is what Java programming is all about. It's platform independent. You know, anybody in any part of the world using any hardware, any operating system, making a Java program, gives it to somebody else, having a different hardware, having a different operating system, can use that program. So even if I give my program to another client, client one at Macintosh, I give the computer, I give the program, sell the program to another client to having a different computer, say for example a Dell computer. Okay, the hardware is different and he has a different operating system, that is the Linux operating system on his computer, and he too can use the same Java object program on his computer. This is the meaning of platform independence. Have I made myself clear, please? I'm just saving this text so that I can share it with you. Yeah, guys, I asked, I don't get response from you all. I want response from everybody. That way I would be knowing that you are in front of the computer, in front of the meeting. You are with the meeting. So I should be getting a response at least in the chat window individually, please. So I'm waiting for the response. And I request we should not waste each other's time. Yes, please, any query?
Sir, like what
Yeah,
platform is like how which way?
pardon, please.
I didn't understand.
You didn't understand? Yeah, let's hold. What about somebody else? Somebody else has any problem, please? Riddhi, you have any problem? No, sir. Okay. Uh, I'll try to explain once again. See, in the world there are computers. There are different computers made by different companies. Do you agree with me, Gargi? Do you agree with me? Let's take example of mobile phones. Okay. Do you agree with me? There are different mobile phones made by different manufacturers, please, in the world. Vibha. Please give me a moment, friends. There's an important call I have. Please. Yeah, guys, sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, Gargi, hello, hello.
Sorry, so there was an internet
Okay.
problem.
I was saying that, guys, I was saying that there are computers manufactured by different companies. Then, on your computer, the most important software that is there on any computer is called as operating system. You might have many other softwares inside your computer, but the most important software on your computer is the operating system. Again, there are various operating systems available. There is a Windows operating system, there is a Mac operating system, there is a Linux operating system. These are names of some different operating systems. So different people, different hardware. So I was saying that, for an example, my computer is a Lenovo computer. Okay, it has an operating system Windows, and I'm making programs in Java. But I'm selling my programs to different people in the world. They have different hardware, they have different operating systems, and without making any changes in my program, they'll be able to use my object program. Okay, they can use it and get, they can make use of my program and benefit out of it. This feature of Java, that means program written on one computer, can be used on computers of different hardware, different operating systems all over the world. This feature is called as platform independence. I'll try to make this give one more example. Do you agree there are various mobile phones made by different companies? Okay, there is Oppo, there is this Xiaomi, Redmi, etc. There is Apple. Now these different mobile phones is hardware made by different manufacturers. On these mobile phones, there are different operating systems. Like on some computer, there is an Android. There's on some other computer, there is a operating system of there's a separate operating system for iPhones. On some computers, there is some kind of operating system for Windows operating system available on some mobile phones. So mobile phones manufactured by different companies, they have different operating systems, and the Java program made on one mobile phone and can be shared by others, can be used by others. Okay, and they can very well make use of that program. Again, this feature, that one Java program made on one mobile phone can be used on different mobile phones. This feature again is platform independence. Is it clear, Gargi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us go further with our notes. The platform independence is one of the most significant advantages that Java has over other languages. It has the capability of moving easily from one computer system to another. That is what I said. You can make the Java program on one computer and share it with people having different other computers all over the world. And they too can use that program irrespective of it was made on which computer. Java, being an object-oriented programming language, has adopted many features of C++. Yes, many features of C++ language are available in Java. Originally, the Java was designed to execute applets. Originally, Java was designed to execute applets, the programs downloaded from internet. Yes, originally Java was designed to execute applets. Let me tell you what are applets. Normally, when you want to surf the internet, when you want to use the internet, you use a browser. Okay, we use a browser, and with the help of the browser, we can go to some server, we can go to some computer in some different part of the world, and take a program from there, a Java program from there. This Java program is called as the Java applet. From the browser, we can pick up this program from some server, bring it to load it onto your computer and use it on your computer through the browser. I repeat, with the help of the browser, go to some server, pick up a Java program, that is the Java applet, get it onto your computer and make it run on your computer. Such programs which run through your browser are called as Java applets. So originally Java was designed to execute applets. As you read over here, originally Java was designed to execute applets, the programs downloaded from the internet through web browsing with the help of your browser. But gradually, the language has gained wide acceptance as a programming language, replacing C, C++. Now in C, C++, you make programs which do not need a browser to run. They run on your machine, on your computer. Okay, these are called as desktop applications. I repeat, these are desktop applications. For example, this BlueJ of mine, this BlueJ software that we are using currently, I'm not using it through the internet. It is installed on my computer. It is running from my computer itself, whether my internet connection is on or it is not on. Just as y'all, when you're practicing at home, you might your internet connection might not be on, and you use Java BlueJ and you make your programs, you do your homework, because the BlueJ software is installed on your computer itself. So whether your internet connection is on or off, your BlueJ software is going to work. Such applications that are working from your computer are called as desktop applications. Applications are of two types that we are discussing over here. Applets. These are applications work through the browser and standalone applications they work installed on our own computer. So that means they don't work through the browser. Standalone applications, or you can also call them as desktop applications, the ones which are installed in a computer and they're working through our computer only, alone. So in Java, we can make both these kind of applications now. Earlier, it was designed to work for applications which work through the browser only, but now we can also make standalone applications in Java. Earlier, these standalone applications were made in C, C++, and now they could also be made in Java. James A. Gosling, born on May 1955 near Calgary, Alberta, Canada, is a famous software developer. In 1977, he completed his graduation as a BSc in computer science from the University of Calgary. In 1981, he was honored a PhD in computer science. So he did his BSc in computer science. He also did his PhD in computer science from Carnegie Mellon University. He developed many compilers. You can understand compilers as translators as of now. You know what are translators? They translate your program written in Java into machine language so that the machine can understand it and execute it. He also made mail systems. Mail systems means something like Gmail, Rediff Mail, Yahoo. So mail systems, these are mail systems whereby you can make mails and share it, send them to others or receive mails. Since 1984, he has been associated with the Sun Microsystems company and developed Java programming language in 1991. He was also selected to the United States National Academy of Engineering for his achievement. In 2007, he was appointed an officer of the Order of Canada, which is Canada's highest civilian honor. Well, this is a little bit of theory I wanted to do from my side, which is from the first page of this chapter. Do you have any query, please? Please comment in your chat box. I want reply from everybody. If the person who would not reply, I would ask them a question now. Anika, I'm recording my session. I would request if you could hear the recording of this theory that we have done. We have only discussed this theory on page number 10 of our notes. This particular page from the beginning, we have reached near the end of this page. That is what we have done.
Okay, sir, but no theory, no? I mean, practicals.
Practical. Nothing. We have not done the practical aspect. But
you have not told us to write any of the things, no, in the notebooks.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Gargi, come in. Message for this. Next on this page, we have the topic basic features of Java language. Friends, I would not be going through these features. I'll prefer to discuss these features later on when you have some decent knowledge of Java. You'll find these features very technical. The theory which I did today itself, there was some technical stuff over there. Like platform independence, applets, desktop applications. Yeah, one thing I would like to share with you, that the programming that you will be doing in your Java course, the 9th standard, are going to be basically standalone or desktop applications. That means I would say the programs that you did for homework today, if we call them as, if you relate it with this topic, applications, what kind of applications means your programs, huh? The programs that you write, the classes that you write, those are called as applications, apps. In mobile world nowadays, we're calling them as apps. So the kind of programs that you did for homework, they were basically standalone applications. And that is what you will be learning in your 9th standard syllabus. Rather, even in 10th standard, you have applets only, standalone applications only. Okay, in your ICSE staying 9th and 10th standard syllabus, you don't have you have applets for your syllabus, making applets. But at a later stage, if probably when we are at a later stage of our course, I wouldn't mind showing you an applet, making an applet and just showing it to you, demonstrating it to you. So I was saying that these features, we shall discuss them later on. I'm proceeding to some other page. After this page number 10, I will be discussing the 11th page. I'll reserve them for every session. Every session, some part of the session we'll be doing theory. So our bit of theory is on page number 10 we have done today. We'll be proceeding to page 11 of the theory in the next session. Next page comes. Now I'll go to the practical aspect today. I'm keeping this file open. if in case we want to come back to our notes. I remind you this is chapter 1, unit 2 of the textbook that is being referred by your school. Mehak, I would like to have a small conversation with you later near the end of the session regarding the book you have. Later we'll speak about it.
Sure, I don't have a book.
Who is this?
So Mehak.
Mehak, okay. You don't have the book, you have the images. Is that?
Yes, sir.
We'll speak about it later, Mehak. Huh? Means I don't
Okay.
go into the detail and disturb everybody's time. But I have some, you have sent me something, I have not seen that. So we'll have a look at it later, and if I have some queries regarding that.
Okay, sir.
She can see the recording once things are normal, and then or she can join when tell her to join in whenever it's convenient to her. Yeah, guys, I'll start my BlueJay software. I'll check your homeworks. You started BlueJay. I'm opening my project.